well, it's 6:01 a.m. and it's Sunday Fun Day. It's a good day, but it's a shitty day. It's pissing down rain, not what I was expecting. Just left the house here and see some of the farmers are already up and at it. See the trucks lit up in the background. Anyway, we are en route to pick up something for Sunday Fun Day. Can't really see much in this video, but let me tell you, it's going to take all day. We have to go basically, let's think here, hour and a half. We're doing probably a 4.5 to 5 hour trip each way to go get something for Sunday Fun Day. So I'll try and do some filming a little bit here and there, but you're really not supposed to do this while you're driving, right? That's what they say. Okay, time to turn the camera off. Let's be good to Johnny Lawman. Well, everyone, we made it. You can see right over here if I zoom in. The Horseshoe Bay Motel. That's a really cool sign, actually. That's very cool. I would think that's got to be 80s. The home's up there. So, yeah. Now I got to sit here for, I don't know, I would say a good half hour, and then I'll be loading on the boat, and we leave at 8:25. Awesome. So I'm in the lineup, and we're on our way over to we're in Horseshoe Bay. We're on our way over to Nanaimo. We'll see what it's all about when we get there. Well, here we go. We're gonna board the boat, and we're on our way to Nanaimo. We're going to a place called Nanaimo Bay. And we're gonna be picking up something pretty damn cool. Alright guys, we're sailing. Wow, look at these people that live right here. Like, can you zoom into that? Look at that. Crazy. And this is Sunday Fun Day. I don't know how fun this is, but when we get over to Nanaimo, we'll turn the camera back on. Nanaimo Bay kind of reminds me of being back home out in Chilliwack there. Lots of trees and mountains around, and you know, back roads. Very lovely. Just working our way over. You guys, a little filming here on the back road, so that's probably kind of boring for you. Some people, all of you guys are Americans, you like to see what it's like up here in British Columbia. So I like to film a bit. I don't do it on the highways and that, because like I say, the old Johnny Lawman wouldn't like that, but the back roads, little camera action, what's it gonna hurt? Nobody's getting hurt. So what do we got here coming up? We got the Rusted Brewing. Oh wow, I love places like that. Look at that. They use that old barn wood that's turned gray. That looks cool. Craft beer, everything. Holy God, I need a beer. We better stop and have a beer. Maybe not.
Meters,
We better
turn
keep
left
going.
onto British Columbia 19 South.
Okay, well, I'll get back to you in a second here. I might need a beer. Okay guys, you're wondering what I got? Well, there it is. I got me a 1965 409 with 68,000 miles on it. All complete. So guess what that's going in? That's going in the 55 ship. So we'll get back in the truck here. We're on the boat. We're on our way home, and that was it. That is Sunday Fun Day. Picked up a little 409. I saw it advertised. I found it advertised, and I got hold of the guy. and he was in Thailand. And I messaged him, and I said I was interested, and he said, well, I'm home on February 15th, and I've kept it a big secret up until now, and I went and grabbed it, and I'm super, super happy. He was a nice gentleman, and he had it because he has a 64 Impala, so he bought it for a spare engine for his own car years ago, like we all like to have spare engines. And I'm posting some pictures on Instagram and Facebook of his. He's got a 409 in that too, factory car 409. He's got dual 4s on it, some Edelbrock heads, sounded really good. Yeah, just a super nice fella. His name is... his name was Dwight. Dwight lives in Nanaimo Bay, and yeah. So it was a long haul today, getting up at 5:30 in the morning, probably getting home here at 5 at night, 12-hour day. So obviously that's the end of Sunday Fun Day, but I'll throw a couple, when I get home here, I'll turn the camera back on and get a couple more shots of it when it's out of the truck and on the ground. Okay guys, we made it home, and we've unloaded the 409. Here's the intake that came with it. Offenhauser dual 4. I think I'm going to run a couple Edelbrock 500s on it. Maybe something else. We'll see. Remember now, as much I'm making this a gasser, I'm not making this something. I don't mean, when I say gasser, I don't mean I'm going to be taking this to the truck to race it like that. I mean just a fun, cool gasser. Maybe on a Friday night, run it down to the truck, see what it'll do. It ain't going to be no huge horsepower thing. I'm going to try, honestly, I'm going to try to get 450 to 500 horse out of here. That's my goal. And I've done all the research, now I'm looking up for parts. I got an idea what I'm doing. So I'm not going to say yet, but I have an idea on what cam I'm doing and all that kind of good stuff. But there she is. I'm super happy. Super, super happy. This is supposed to be my bar room, and instead it's becoming my car room. Anyway, got the old Maverick 8-inch over there for the shoebox. We got our 409 for our 55 gasser. We got our little Model A coupe with a 327 with 4 deuces on it. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I tell you, I honestly thought, I'm curious now which one's going to be faster. I'm curious whether the Model A is going to be faster or the 55 Chev when I'm done. You know, the Model A is not a highway car for sure. This is a 327 built up. This engine should be pretty close to 400 horse. You know, I didn't put a standard in it. I'm gonna on the 55. I didn't on here just because of leg room. I didn't want to deal with it. Turbo 350 built up, 2500 stall converter, 57 Chevy, 12 bolt. I mean, 10 bolt, whatever. 411 posi. So there's why it's not going on the highway. It's got 411s in it. So you know, it should be a quick car off the line for sure. But then it's going to go against a 409 and a 55 Chev. Well, let's just say 450 horse with a 4-speed, and we'll see what I do with the diff. We'll go from there and see what's going to happen. I think honestly the diff, I've got a really nice set of 373s here. That is a posi. I think that's what's going to go in it, because I am still trying to build this car. Remember, I'm trying to build the 55 gasser on parts that I've got laying around, or parts I get at swap meets, Facebook, wherever. That's how I'm trying to build this car. I'm going to have to spend some money on it, but I'm not trying to build it like I am my shoebox Ford you guys are seeing. That car there, I want to buy new this, new that, new everything. Where this car, piece it together with what I got. So we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun because we're going to start building. I've always dreamed of building cars my way, what I wanted to do, and I used to do it. I told you guys a long time ago before I started this business. Every winter I'd build a project car. And I'd build it my way, and I always like customizing things. I'd build it my way, I'd drive it for the summer, have fun with it, and then, you know, I'd put a for sale sign in it. There's certain ones I keep though, but I put a for sale sign in the ones I was just building, and if they sold, they sold. If they didn't, I didn't care, because it was still the car I built my way. And if they did sell, well, then I would take the money that I spent in that car and buy another car and spend the same amount of money and take the profit and put it in the bank as my nest egg. And I got out of that when I started the business. It just became too much for me between running the business and trying to build cars at night. I just got tired. I didn't want to do cars 24/7. And now that I'm kind of slowing back a little bit at the business. Now, when I say slowing back, I want you guys not to think we're not here. We're still here 5 days a week. I'm just not here on Mondays. So if you're looking for me on Monday, don't call me, don't text me, don't come by the shop. I'm not here. But I am here Tuesday through Friday. So, now that I've slowed down a bit, I'm starting to build the cars I've always dreamed of. My little book that I've had hidden in the house of all my ideas I'm starting to do. And there's many more cars on the build. many more cars to come that I'm going to build that I'm going to sell or I'm going to keep. You know, the Model A, I really don't want to sell that. That's kind of a keeper for me. I really don't want to sell it. I built it the way I like it. But if somebody did offer me the right amount of money, a ridiculous number, a number that it's not worth, well then obviously I'd probably let it go. And then I'd just build another. But maybe I wouldn't. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. I'd like to keep my Model A. Obviously I'm going to keep the wagon for the wife. My 58 Ford two-door post, I want to keep that. The gasser I'd like to keep. My 65 Chev pickup, because I've had that since my dad bought it in 72, so he gave it to me when I was 18, so that's been in the family a long time. So obviously I don't want to get rid of that. My chopped shoebox I don't want to get rid of. But I am going to be building a 40 Plymouth out there. Now I bought this 40 Plymouth because it was a heck of a deal, and then I put it for sale. And I only put it for sale a few months after I got it because I realized that I just got so many projects here and it was sitting around, and I felt bad for it sitting around. And I'm that guy where something's sitting around, I won't just leave it sit in a field. Like there are guys out there that have numerous cars and they say, one day I'm going to build this, get off my property, it's not for sale. And I'm not that guy. You know, if I think, you know, if I know someone else can get to it sooner than I will, I'm going to sell it to them because I want to save these cars. I don't want to see them get worse. I want to save them. But I listed it for sale. There was lots of interest, but nobody ever came out. A couple guys came out, you know, diddled around, you know, played the game, but you know, it wasn't going nowhere. So I took it back off Marketplace, and that's going to be. I mean, I got these two projects, a 55 and a shoebox. They're going to be all next winter too. One of them will be done for not this spring, but next spring I'll have one of them done. More than likely the gasser, the 55, because it's the cheaper one on my build. Even though I've been going to town on the shoebox, the gasser is the cheaper one. The shoebox still needs, you know, a lot of other stuff that I said I want to buy new. Where the gasser, I'm just throwing it together. So I do have plans for that Plymouth. Let's just say I want to go like late 40s style, maybe early 50s. I'm going to chop it. Have I ever chopped one before? No. Is it hard? Yeah, it's probably a pretty hard chop. Am I worried about it? Not really. It's only metal. I mean, I chopped my Ford pickup. You know, I did another old a Chevy for a guy. Oh God, what year is it? A 33 or 4 or something. I did one of those. I'm not too concerned. I haven't got a lot of chops under my belt, but I'm not too concerned because I work with metal all day long, and like I say, it's only metal. And I didn't pay a lot for that car. So if worse came to worse and say I completely fucked it up and couldn't fix it, well, let's cut the roof off it and whatever. Leave it like it is, right? I don't care because I paid so little with it, and you're never going to learn, you're never going to experience it, have the fun with it if you don't just try it. And I'm not afraid to tackle anything when it comes to metal. I enjoy it. So I'm going to chop that car, fully weld the fenders up on it, change the front end a bit, custom dash in it. That's the plan at the moment, baby Hemi. That's the plan at the moment. But if someone comes along right now and they offer me a good number of money for it, well then I'll let it go. But if not, it's going to stay here, and that's going to be one of the builds in the future too, you guys will see. So, yeah. And I got my eyes right now on another wagon. A little newer wagon, but I got my eyes on that. And that would be a quick turnaround flip. Some wheels, maybe a little speed equipment on the engine. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, see you later. But anyway, that was our fun day Sunday. Not much of a day, just a bunch of me talking. And I don't know, I've had a couple guys say to me, less talk and more work, but I ain't seen them doing any videos, so I ain't got nothing to say to them, whatever. That's it, we got a 409. I'm super stoked. It's one more piece to the puzzle. And if you guys all know what I'm talking about, the thrill is always in the hunt. The thrill is in the hunt. First the car, then the swap meets, then the friends you meet along the way. That's where it's at. Remember that. It's always a good time and old time.